Hello? Hello? Oh, finally. Ah, I was oh, I was worried because I couldn't hear myself. Okay, now at least the mic is fixed. Okay, let me just. Oh, hi, Kid. I didn't. Well, thank you for coming. Hold on. Let me just. Okay, right. So today I'll be showing you something that I've been wanting to try since I first tried or like wanted to stream. Because this is another one of my expensive hobbies other than gaming. I hope the mic is okay because I think this time around the mic setting is a little bit different since it's going to be kind of like a hand cam thing. So I'm gonna switch to the hand cam. I will explain in a bit, but it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be a lot of yapping. I have water here and I have a 5-minute story to pair with today's stream. So I'll switch to my hand cam. So that's, yeah. Okay, hold on. I wanted to add something that I didn't have time to add. So just give me a bit. Blah, 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 blah. Let me. I need to. Oh, I'm sorry. Because I haven't fully. Okay, here is this one. So yeah. So today it's gonna be me decorating my journal. So this is something that I do every now and then. I will create like just a decorated layout about 12 pages of it. So it's kind of like 2 pages, one kind of layout, 2 pages, one kind of layout. And as you can see over here, hi. Yeah, as you can see over here, I have some supplies, ranging from like just scrap paper, rubber stamps, washi tape. I have some stickers as well. I have on my bed behind me like all my sticker books and stuff. So there's that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put in some music. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'll just reduce that now. Let me just check. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, so today's just gonna be pretty chill. It's just my hands. Yeah, I have piano hands, so they're kind of like short and stubby. I call them piano hands because like I realize for people who play piano for a long period of time, like the tips of their finger is just not pointy. It's just stubby. So yeah, that's what I have. Okay, so just no spoiler alert, but it's like okay. So that's the last page I've written, and I have no more pages left. My hands are long and slim. That's a good thing though. Like it's fine. This is just my observation that I have over the years. Long and slim are nice too. If you can be a hand model, that's even better, you know. Okay, so yeah, so this is just me just showing you how I decorate my journal, and just gonna show you basically everything that I have. Yeah. So for me, I started journaling like I think that I was a kid, around probably as early as like 2010. I can't exactly remember, but it was only in the recent years that I started to invest in all this. I have more in my drawer, but like for now, this is more than enough to showcase. So maybe if there's something that you're interested to see, I have like rubber stamps. I have like some scrap paper. I have more rubber stamps. I have a whole sticker book of stickers and washi tapes. So maybe I can show you some of that before, or as we go on. See, I even have things like this. It's just a scrap of paper, but it's like you just hold on. You just look at the pattern. It's just so beautiful, isn't it? So it's like things like this that I just use whenever I come across them. I just use it and in my layouts and stuff. So you'll see this whole pile here is all a bunch of random stuff. Like this one. This one in particular actually it's from a brand called Life, a stationery brand actually. So they produce paper products, so it's like notebooks and stuff. Actually, I do have one of their notebooks. Yeah. So it's this one. Yeah. So Life Noble Note Plain. It's one of the better papers that I've had. So you'll see the papers is kind of a cream paper compared to this one. And it's great with fountain pen and it's super smooth. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's super, super smooth. Yeah, so I love it so much. So this is an entirely different journal, but yeah. So basically today is just decorating because oh my god, like like I had a good day on Saturday, and then yesterday just things have to kind of humble me. So I'll just get to it. So since the previous, this- are you using a fountain pen? Ooh, I don't have a fountain pen, not just a fountain pen. I have these. I have these. And I have these. I have a few more, but they're in my work bag right now, and I'm a little bit too lazy to go and get it. But yeah, I have a lot of fountain pens. Courtesy of one friend I had, who quote unquote poisoned me into the hobby, and now I just have that many pens. So if you see, I don't know if you can see it. If you see up here, you see these bottles. So these are actually sample sizes of fountain pen inks. This one in particular is by a American brand called Noodlers. So it's a cherry, almost pinkish color called Tokyo Gift. I'm using this in my Kawiko right now. Eh, Damn, I'm trying Preppy right now. It's my first. It's a good pen to start with. I actually started out with Preppy. So this is the Kawiko that I have. So typically the Kawiko that is available readily here is the sport models, which are kind of like this long, like this long, even after it's capped. Which I don't particularly like, but I find the student model is pretty nice in my hand. And this one is a bold nib because I wanted to try a bold nib. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bold nib and it writes really nice. Yeah. I'll show you some of the preppies I have and some variations. Eto, uh, so these three is technically the same pens. I have a couple more in my work bag. They're different colors as well. But the thing is, I really write. Don't worry. Me as as a full time office worker, also I don't have that much time to write. Like I had this journal for like a year now, and look at how much I've written. It's just that much. It's like about 3/4 of the way. No, 1/4 of the way, 1/3 of the way. So really, it's if and when you have time, right? So this is the standard preppy one. Standard preppy, fine nib. I always most of the time I go for fine nibs, and the preppy is really the best introduction pen that I had. Credit to my friend who introduced me to the brand. Yeah. So that's one. And then I have a cheap converter inside for the pen. So that's that. And then yep, I have that one too. Yeah, so this is pretty much the standard model, yeah. And then they have a couple in like a different color variations of the same transparent one. And then these are also platinum. Like if you see over here, you'll see it's platinum. Focus. But it's platinum. Yes, this one. And then this is also platinum. But it's a Sanrio collaboration. So it's kind of like a colored translucent. It's slightly glittery as well. And then you'll see over here it has a Hello Kitty marking. Yeah. So it comes in a couple of colors. One's Hello Kitty. One's purple, one's blue, one's pink, and one's yellow. The yellow one is the Gudetama one. I have it in my office bag. So these work exactly the same as these, but you just get more color variations. And I think this is just a regional thing. Like, of course, this one is probably I wouldn't say Japan exclusive because a local store could carry it, but it's just like a special collaboration with Sanrio. This one was part. It's just another I would say just another variation of the platinum. Like you see, the nib is technically the same. The nib is technically the same as the old one. So this is really nice as well. And I'm the kind that like converters, so all three of these have converters in them. I don't like using cartridges because, for one, I like to try different colors. If I bring out all the sample bottles that I have in my in my arsenal, then you might be shocked. Okay, so so these are the cheaper pens that I have, and I have invested in some more expensive ones. Not to say like you have to go out and get it, but if you want to, you can. And technically, I only like my friends are terrible friends because they quote unquote poison me. Okay, wait. The song has not been looping. Let me try to. Okay, there we are. And go. Alright, I didn't notice that. Okay. So, if I were to say I had an expensive pen, this would be it. It's by Pilot. So this is the Elite E95S. It's a gold nib. You do not have to go out and buy this. I assure you, you do not. But it's cool. It's so cool looking. Look at it. And the design is so unique because the pen itself, it's a cartridge, it's really just that long. But then the cap, with how it's designed, it makes it a full-size pen, which is comfortable in my hand actually. And really, you only need, okay, yeah, I have well, the thing with gold nibs, right, I feel like you only need a few and then you're set. You don't have to get every brand's gold nib. I know Mont Blanc's one are very Mont Blanc. Yeah, I know people have been raving about Mont Blanc. You don't have to get it. It's super expensive. It's a super expensive brand. But they are very reputable. And you don't really need to get their higher end stuff. Like even their standard gold nibs are pretty good. This one Pilot gold nib, not bad either. And there is a difference between the gold nib and like the standard steel nibs. And for Pilot, at least I do like their gold nib. I don't particularly like their steel nibs. I find them a little bit too stiff compared to like Platinums or Twisbys. So that's that. I have a couple of like 2 Twisbys. This is the Diamond 580 in Persian blue, and I really, really like it. I have a blue ink in it as well, and it writes like a dream. Just keep in mind that with these like Japanese, or this is a Taiwanese brand, so with these Eastern brands, usually their steel nibs are a bit on the slightly smaller side compared to the Western counterparts. And they tend to be a bit scratchy. But I don't mind the feedback. I don't know if I can sound test it here. But this is great. The 580 is actually a really great pen. The Twisby Eco is also another great pen if you want to experience Twisby on a budget. I think in Malaysia they are about like 130 ringgit. So convert that to your currency as you will, okay? So that's for most of my fountain pens. I have a couple of unique ones. Do you want to see some of those? Because like, these are so this one is a unique one. It's a brass transparent converter pen by Fine Writing. If I'm not mistaken, it's another Eastern brand, but I'm not entirely sure. So you'll see like the knob is brass, this part here is brass, the cap is weighty, it's fully brass, and like even without capping it, it's because of these two brass components, it's just weighty enough and it feels really, really smooth. There's that one, and then I have this one, really flashy, by Hongdian. I think it's is it H7? So it's an acrylic body, and then it's a metal cap, and then it's also a piston fountain pen. The nib is, I think it's a fine. It's really hard to get this in a fine nib because this is a Chinese brand, and It's actually a pretty good build, very good flow, but a bit hard to get the fine nib. They usually come in extra fine, which I don't feel comfortable with. And it's actually a really wet pen. I have a particularly dry ink in it, and it works really well. Let me just get a piece of paper and I'll kind of demonstrate it, I guess. Hold on. Let me just unplug this. So I have this notepad that's fountain pen friendly. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can zoom in. I hope that's not too blurry for you. So it's actually really smooth. I'm not really putting much pressure on it. And it's actually pretty wet. It's a particularly dry ink in this one. So I'm actually really happy with this pen. And then you know how the platinum works. Super smooth as well. I never have a problem with pen leak. Whenever I want to speed write, these are the pens that I use. And with the TWSBI, also I have not had a problem with TWSBI, but TWSBI also have to be a little bit careful because they're not very wet. They're more on the balanced side. So if you have a particularly dry ink, you might experience skipping with this one. But I have a really smooth ink inside this one, so writes like a dream. Yeah. Okay, I think I've showcased my fountain pens enough. This was not the intention today, but if you feel free, if you have any questions with what I use, like feel free to ask. Like, I'll be more than happy to answer. Yeah. So, okay. So, since the previous pages are blue, I might want to utilize some blue colors. So what I usually do is I'll kind of pull out all the blue colors. It's probably sometimes the inks get stuck. I have to shake it. It depends on what ink you use. I find Japanese inks work really well with Preppy. This one has Shikiori, Sailor Shikiori in it. This one has Guitar Taisho, the default ink. That's actually very weird because I find the best fit for Preppy is actually the default ink. It's possible that it's more than likely you have air bubbles in it rather than it being clogged. I'm not sure how to resolve that problem because that's something I've actually never encountered with the cartridges. I always thought their cartridges were really good. But yeah, so I think it's an air bubble thing because I have that happen sometimes with some of my other pens, especially the converter ones. How do you solve it? How would I solve it? The best way technically is try to get the air bubble. Let me see if I can find a Rogue converter in my drawer to demonstrate. Okay, yeah, so I have a platinum converter here. Alright, so you see, right, the converter is actually pretty full, so it depends on how much you have used from the cartridge. But try to get the air bubble, if there's any, to the top. Just so it avoids going down to this spot, which would cause the blockage. What I usually do with the pen, I'll open it up like this, and then I'll just I'll tap it at the bottom here because that motion will help the air to go up. I usually do that with converters on the opposite. I'll do it like this first on the other side, tap it so that the air goes up, then reverse it and have physics do the work for you. And then if you see that the bubble is still kind of like in between or near where the connecting is, I just give it a quick tap and then it just goes up. That works for converters. I don't know if it works for cartridges. Because with converters it's a little bit easier to solve because you can dispel the ink, clean it and like put back the ink inside. With the cartridges, you can, but you need a little bit extra tools for that. And it's not terrible tools. I promise you. It's basically just a syringe and a nozzle or syringe that is both small and big enough to fit through the opening of the cartridge. So I actually do have a syringe. Where is it? And on one day, I actually do have a syringe that has like those nozzles or like tube thingy you connect to the syringe. Usually I can find them in like Daiso. They have these syringe kits that is meant to like transfer like lotions, liquid products into your travel bottles. So those syringes are big enough, so that liquid can go in, but not so big that it doesn't fit on openings like this. I have one, but I don't know where it is. Because I do need to clean out, like, for example, this pen, this preppy, I need to clean out this cartridge and I want to put in new ink inside. So if I have time, I'll probably show that on camera. But yeah, I actually do need to finish this. I want to finish at least like 4 layouts of this, and then I can, because usually I pre-decorate them, because when I want to write in my diary, I always write when I'm high in emotions, whether it's, feeling angry, feeling sad, depressed, what have you, and like I've had diaries but I never decorated everything, and there's one day I actually flipped back to like read, and it was just so depressing. It was so depressing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna invest in this now. I'm just gonna invest in this, and here I am. What would this be? 3 years later, I've completed how many books? I've completed actually 2 whole books of diaries that are decorated. So, yay for me, and like in that sense. I'll show you a couple of like stickers and knickknacks that I have collected as well. I don't actively collect, it's just that if I remember to collect, then I collect. Like even this thing. Okay, so this is actually a packaging for the Traveler's Notebook, the pocket size thing. I have to go because I have an online meeting. I'll try and come back. Okay. Good luck with your meeting. Hope nothing bad happens in your meeting. And I'll still be here. I'll still be journaling. But yeah. See if you can tune in. And good luck. Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah. So with these, right? Passport size. Yes, that's the word for it. I love this packaging. So I actually want to. I've been wanting to cut this out, but I've been so lazy, so I'm just gonna do that now. I've had this since May. I just hadn't had the time or the memory to cut that out. So there's a story behind this as well. Like that's the cool thing about all these knickknacks. Like there's a story behind all of this. Like for these in particular, right? I worked at a stationery store that sells this particular brand, and they actually have like these paper sets, right? For calligraphy and life, and this life noble notebook was one of them. So what they did was they tore a couple of pages and put it into sets, and like each set had like 10 different papers for calligraphy. This one was one of them. And then like after distributing the papers and everything, like the cover was left, and I love the cover so much. Like if you can see in this one, so it kind of has this classic motif around it. It's on all of their books. It's on all of their novel paper books, and I really loved it. So since they had it, I was like, hey, can I have that to journal? And here it is right now. I have them throughout the older pages of my diary, so these are the only pieces left. If you recognize this store, then you know what's good. So I have a couple of stickers, like this is the sticker of the storefront I went to get these stickers. Really cool. Yeah. These are, I think, vinyl stickers. Yeah, I think they're vinyl stickers because they're waterproof. By a Malaysian designer called Bluebeam. I love her current art direction right now. It's so cute, and I love these boxes. If I have that, ignore this one. I have these as well. So this is a small business by a friend of mine. So the business is called Gomidachi. Trash buddies. That's literally how it translates. So I went to a Artist Alley convention and she was boothing there and I wanted to go and support her. So I got these because I knew this is something that I can use. And then she had these as well, which kind of introduces the characters. I want to try to incorporate it in my journaling one way or another, but like I want to journal these. I want to journal all these. I want to journal this as well. I should have asked for another copy from my friend. Then I can do all that, but yeah. And it's so cute because like you see that all their names become an acronym for trash. She's just so cute. It's so cute. So I'm gonna try and use these today as well. This is just a packet of capybaras that I got at another I would say book sale, but not really as well. It's kind of more like a warehouse store sale kind of thing. It was held in a giant convention hall, and I saw these capybara stickers, and they were only for like 4 ringgit. There's like I think 20 or 30 pieces inside of it, so yeah, definitely grab those. This is also another sticker pack, a vinyl sticker pack by Foxberry Draws. No, Cosmic Souffle. Yeah, so that's the local artist Cosmic Souffle. Yeah, and I bought it at Chillhop. They have an online store, so if you're in Southeast Asia, try to get it. You can shop online from them and you can buy also. Yeah. And these are really cute too. Yeah, I have a bunch others, especially like all these paper packs and stuff that I bought a couple of years ago and I have not really finished it, nor will I ever finish it for the next couple of years. Okay, so I guess we can get started. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I have glue, I have rubber stamps, I have these notepads also by a local Is it a local artist? No, it's a local store that sells them, but so pretty, isn't it? Super pretty. So I have a bunch of knickknacks and stuff, so as I bring them out, I'll introduce it slowly, even though it's already been a half an hour here. Okay, so, let me just see what I want to do. There are a couple of things I actually want to use up. So this is my sticker release book. So when I have time, I actually like cut them up and put it here so that I don't waste forever when I'm decorating my journal. So usually I'll just flip through and see if I have the color palette that I want. I can use some of these because they're like kind of bluish, light bluish, right? And then I'll use some of these as well because I have a lot of these, so I'll probably do that. Yes, these are the ones I want to use as well. So this is by a local artist called Rainy. She has a lot, and I mean a lot stuff. And one of it is these. Her style is usually very like cutesy illustrated, but I really love these natural ones that she has, so I got like a roll of them, and I also cut them up and paste it in this book. So, oh, these are nice blues. Not too much in this one. I have mostly a lot of earth tones and anything. I'll keep these in mind. These are really nice. Okay. I have another sticker release book, a bigger one. So this one, oh, these are nice. I keep on forgetting I have those. See, that's the thing about having too much, because you end up forgetting stuff. Ooh. Oh, sorry about that. If you are interested in journaling and stuff, you would know Peon. I think she's a Taiwanese artist, so this is some of her stuff. Really, really pretty. These are from also another Taiwanese artist. I think her name is... what's her name? Loy Design. Really, really popular. She's in every stationery convention, I think. These are hand-drawn stickers by a friend of mine. And more from... This is another Taiwanese. Most of these are Taiwanese artists. Yeah, isn't that cute? This is a stupid cat stickers that I really love. Oh no. Let me save this sticker first. Hold on. The only downside with this PET tapes is that they're pretty thin, so you can tear them quite easily. Ah, this. I think if you're following, she's pretty active on Instagram. This is Kiara. These are her illustrations, part of her PET tape roll. So I shared a roll with a friend of mine, and I have it here. And then some cute animal designs and stuff. I think that's it for this one. So in terms of blue, not too many. I actually been using a lot of blue, but not bad. I think I'll use some of these because they're kind of muted colors. Okay, so we have our general direction for floral blue color. So I'm going to pick out some, let's ignore this, some blue paper scraps as well. I have these. These are frames. It's also blue. I have a paper pack that I really, really like. And these as well. I have one in a different... These are more like... Okay, camera... Okay, because my lighting is not the best, but it's more of a dark purple indigo kind of color. If it translates. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. And then I want to show you these because these are like kind of like my treasure a little bit. Okay. So these are paper packs. I have a couple of them. 2, 3. Yeah. So this is by a Japanese brand. I forgot it, but yeah, super, super cute. The patterns are wonderful. And they have like a couple for each pattern. So I use these for collages as well. I have that one. That one I treasure a lot. So these are also same thing, but you know, different. These are more like textures, which is interesting. So you'll see this one is more of a cool tone. It has more blues in it. Whereas this one is more of a warmer tone, more browns, more reds. It's kind of classic looking. Yeah. So I think I'm going to use this one. This seems to be a good fit. And then considering that I'll be using some of these stamp ones, I'm just going to put it to the side over here. Okay, don't move. So let's begin. I forgot about these. So this is my rubber stamp. Ugh. These are all my rubber stamps. So, and like the stamp packs I have. I'll show you these in a minute. These are really cool. But yeah, just not forgetting that I have. I'll keep it open over there. Okay. So now, okay. This is the fun part. Usually, right, like I will put on like an anime or something, or like a, a stream VOD or something. It's like 2-3 hours, 5-6 hours, however long that I'll need to sit here and do all these. Okay, I'll have these out. And then I have maybe I have something that I can use here. I have these Pentel Fude brush pens, always a beginner staple for anyone in journaling or brush lettering. This one by Tombow, because Pentel doesn't have this color. It's really, really light blue and I really like it. Okay, I think we should go. And now, I just need to figure out what kind of layout. I'm a pretty basic person. I have a couple of layouts that I like to use. One of it is 2 decorated sides, corners, 1 corner, 2 corner, outer, top, bottom. Basically, like I decorate so I can write in the middle. Okay, so I think this one, since the previous page is this 2, I'm just gonna do the outers right now. So what I like to do, I like these kind of papers, I like to divide in thirds. I'm just gonna do that first. Yeah. So I do that, and then despite having scissors and everything, it's actually more, of course, aesthetically pleasing to tear. So I'm gonna do that. I want straight lines, but not very straight, because it still has that rough paper edge. So we'll see it all come together later. So I'm gonna leave the middle section. Then this one, just because these are quite a busy pattern, I want a pattern that's more muted for this one. Just like offset that, like that. It's like people who watch these kind of videos on like Instagram or maybe even TikTok. A lot of the times you don't see like the work put into it. Okay, I know what I'm gonna use for that one. Let me see, let me think. I think I can paste these first. A lot of times I just kind of wing it. I don't particularly have a game plan for stuff like this. Because like in the end, right, at least before streaming, like I'm the only person who sees this. And also, it doesn't matter how it looks to other people. It's your diary. It's your own. It's what you like to make. And even despite that, sometimes some days the layouts are just not that nice. But you know, you make the best of it. Today might be that day for me. Okay. Alright. I've tried different kinds of glues. For this particular notebook, because I find like for this paper that I have, it's pretty sensitive to liquid because it's highly absorbent. So like the liquid glues, it actually kind of absorbs like a lot, and when I write with fountain pen on the paper, it actually affects the paper quite a bit. Okay, I want to use, it'd be good I have a brown frame for this, which I do have. Do that. And then a slightly different brown frame, and I'm just gonna cut out the middle. Where's my scissors? So I'm gonna do that. Carefully cut along the pattern. I'm glad I'm doing this today. I'm glad I planned this because like Yesterday was supposed to be uneventful, but it turned pretty eventful. At least for my taste. So the apartment I live in is pretty old, you know, but it was like I would say I'm maintaining it really well. I'm not causing water damage or anything like that, you know. Facilities are paid, everything's done. And then one peaceful night, as I was having dinner outside my room, on the dining table, I heard loud popping noises like gunshots. It scared the living daylights out of me because it's not common, or it never happens at all for like the state. The state, not even like my area, to have gunshots going off at night, especially. So I was like, oh my god, what the fuck happened, you know? And I come to find out, a couple of tiles in the hallway have popped up. So if it's flat like this before, it's a little bit like that now, you know. And these kind of things, you just don't step on these tiles, because if the tile cannot bear your weight, it'll crack, and it won't crack down to normal, you know, it'll just crack. So that's dangerous. And you know, it was after a particularly exhausting day of doing house chores. Oh my god, in fact, I have more house chores to do today later on. And I'm like, okay, I just don't want to deal with that shit. So I let it pop. I think it continuously popped for like a minute or two, which is pretty long, you know. And so I just left it there. I continued eating my dinner, be ignorant as possible. So this is some of the woes of, you know, living on your own. This is some of the woes, like, oh shit. And this is more of the brown fragrance. Like you can get them on like Amazon, AliExpress, those kind of websites. If you're in Southeast Asia and maybe even Brazil, you can definitely find these on Shopee. And then they mostly come from mainland China, but you know, good enough, right? Because they're all, in the end, we're all cutting and pasting them all into our journals, and some of them have really nice patterns. So yeah, there was one year I bought a bunch of them because I wanted more of these things, and now I don't know when I'll finish them. It's surprising how much or how little you can use after you buy what seems like so little, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna cut the middle and continue to cut the inside. Yeah. So with the floor popping in my hallway, I literally have to skip or step over, I think, like 2 or 3 feet, but 1 meter in length. I have to literally stretch my legs and go to the other side. Luckily, I could stretch my legs and go to the other side. Otherwise, I couldn't access my bedroom, because literally where the tiles were popping were like in between my bedroom and like the rest of the apartment. So I called my landlord today because I just couldn't last night. I called my landlord today to let her know this thing has happened. And she's like, okay, I'll get a contractor in. Luckily, like I told her, like this Friday, I took a day off from work so I can work on some other things. Just to celebrate my birthday. Nothing much, but I just wanted a day off for my birthday for myself, so I took a day off, and luckily I did. Not in any hindsight or anything, but it probably ruined my morning. And because in the morning I actually wanted to go and send my car in for maintenance, But then this thing happened with the floor, so I'll probably have to postpone my car maintenance. Maybe on a Sunday. I don't know. So it's gonna be a busy weekend for me next week. Despite me trying to celebrate my birthday. So yeah. I feel like and it's sad. It's sad for me because like I had a really good day on Saturday. You know, the day before all this shenanigans. Okay, this glue does not want to stop. Let me try to fix this. Yeah, Saturday I actually went out to dinner. No, she treated me to dinner for my birthday, which was sweet of her. And we hadn't seen each other for like almost a year since she moved to a different state. And she was by chance back in my state for work over the weekend. So we decided to meet up for dinner. And the thing with all these long time friends, right? Like sometimes you don't see each other for months, for years sometimes. Like when you meet again with that person, you're like, oh my god, like it feels like no time has passed. You know, you can still talk to them like normal and just catch up, which was exactly what I did with my friend. It was a lovely Saturday night, you know, and I came back home so happy. I had cake, I had a good meal, and then the next day on Sunday I was super busy with chores. And then the tile thing. Oh, just needed that refreshment of water. So it ruined my mood a little bit, and so it's a good thing I decided to do this today, because this is a day of venting on scrap paper and stickers. Okay, so yeah, so that's our base right there. I do want to try to use some stamps, so I'll show you some of my stamps. Hold on, I have quite a lot, despite them not taking up so much space. So there's this whole chunk of plastic. So what they are clear stamps. So basically, what you do is you get one of these acrylic blocks, and you cough your lungs out, yeah. And then you just peel them off your vacuum and you stick on the acrylic block and you use it as a rubber stamp. Simple. So these tend to come in more complicated patterns. Hold on. Let me just mute myself and cough my lungs out. Okay, I have finished coughing my lungs out. So yeah. So I want to find some bigger ones that I have. I think I'm gonna use this. Yeah. So that one. Need a larger acrylic block. Just to test. Okay, since we're going for brown, I'll show you like what I usually use. I have a couple of like single ink pads like these, pretty standard, right? And then I have this almost modular one. Let me just move this aside. Yeah. I have these modular ones. They are from a Japanese company called Tsukineko, and these are the Soramame ink pads. So they come in really these small ink pads in 4s in one set. So I have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have another 3 more that I don't have, but I feel like this is enough for me. I only bought a couple of like the singular ones for the colors that I really wanted. Otherwise, I'm like pretty happy with these. So out of this, I want. Let's use this dark green one. A little bit more. Okay, maybe these are too dark for what I have in mind. I'm gonna use this one. Let's do this. You know, some like when I was working in the stationery store, people were kind of confused. It's like because traditionally is you take the stamp and you go on the stamp pad like this, right? And people is like, oh, but this thing is too big for this. And I'm like, and then we all, me and like my colleagues were just like, just do the reverse. There you go. Solves the problem. You know? Then this is the part where I'm not the expert in, just stamping. Usually I just give it a little wiggle. And then, it's there. Yay, not too bad. Looks okay. Where's that set? Where is that set? Right. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side here. So, this. I don't aim for the pages to look symmetric. I just want it to be in one cohesive theme. So that's why I have like this big one and then some 2 small ones, and then I'm gonna add a couple of other colors here as well. And then always remember, if you're going to use stamping, have a piece of disposable paper. Yeah, have a piece of paper to like clean the remaining colors off. I just give it a little bit of wiggle. You'll see there's like some residue there. And this is how you keep your stamps more longer lasting. You know, from actually wanting it to be blue, it's now looking brown. So, see, this is this is like why nothing is guaranteed when you are journaling, when you're decorating, especially. You just go with the flow, you know. I'll take this small one, which I've never used in my life. Put a dusty pink on it, just to give it a pop of color. Now put it over here. Simply. A little bit too much color, a little bit too much stamping power. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, that was my mouse. Hold on. And I'll get a different variation of it. A little bit. I'll just put it in this corner. Yeah, that's a better step. So each and every one of the layout is just going to be different. They might be similar on some days, but they're all just going to be different. And that's the beauty of doing stuff. Okay, so now I can start using the stickers that I want. So I have these because I have stubby fingers. So what I usually do with the ones in my book is I would like slide at a corner and peel it off like that. Just paste. And there's no rhyme or reason for me like to paste where I paste them. I just want it to look nice. And I think that looks nice. Doesn't that? It looks really cool. So just rinse and repeat. This one I'll put up in this one. Pick a wider one. Put down here. Okay. So now that I'm done with that. Oh, I forgot. I have these. This is also a rubber stamp set that I got in like a stationery fair. So Let's use one of these small ones. This is also pretty nice, so I'll take that out. I'll use this one, this middle one. Okay. So now these small ones, I try to use more contrasting colors with it. So maybe we'll actually use blue, just to get some coolness into this layout. So nothing too dark. Okay, if it's that color, then we'll go with this. And these are particularly used, so you just. I like having this kind of tiny scattered patterns around. I usually, even after I finish my layout, I'll go in with a pen and add like dots and circles, kind of like, you know, shimmer, that kind of thing. I think that's good for now. This one, I'll put close to the paper. Yeah, I wanted that. That's nice. So it gives more texture and interest to the piece. That is nice. I want one more somewhere. Okay, I think that's that. So now there's almost like a distinction of warm on the top and like cooler on the bottom. So we'll try to balance that with adding warmer stuff at the bottom since it's not as busy as the top. So we're going to go back to one of the smaller ones. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to use the pink instead of the brown. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Okay. So I'll do that corner here. Okay, because from far it looks like coffee stains, isn't it? But actually it has this kind of like square patterns here. Can't really see it with camera how it is, but yeah, I like this. Okay, so just stamp that clean. Put it to the box. This Sachihata stamp set is my pride and joy. I got it at a huge discount, and it's so cool. Like how it works, actually, you can actually stamp the waves in the circle, and then you can add like small things. So it's really fun to set. I'll use it in another way sometime else. So I'll go back to the original flower and redo some here. Just one more adhesive color story. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy enough with that. So now I'm at the stage where I feel like I'm gonna add too much, but I'm gonna add it anyway. So I usually take like a pen. What I do is just draw dots, and that somehow usually that makes me happy. Like you can hardly see it, but if you see it in person, at least to me, it makes me happy to have these dots. So that's what I do. Okay, and then I say this layout is done. So that's my layout, and that took me about 40 minutes. So you'll see why I can sit here and do these things forever and watch anime and stuff here. Yeah. So on to the next one. Yeah. Now let's try to actually use blue. and I'm going to prop that by using this washi tape. So this is a washi tape by another local artist. I think her name is Creepy Llama, the brand. She's Creepy Llama, but like the art is so beautiful. Now look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty. So since we did it on the outside, and it's a waste not to show the design upright, so I'm gonna do corners now here. So I'm just gonna put this. Tear off some of the excess at the bottom. Look at that. I'll showcase the peacock a little bit shorter than. Okay, so we have kind of the base of it. What do I want to use? Can I use? I have these things that I took out earlier. I'll probably do that. I'll do that, just a little bit off. Maybe another one, or like the frame. Frame first. Then that. That looks weird. So I'll do that. Then I can put the focus somewhere here. I'll do the same this one, but make it lower. This one's higher. I really want it. Okay. Sure, I'll do that. This is very fun. It's been a while since I've decorated my journal. The last time I decorated my journal, I think it was definitely in May or June. It's been over a month. And not bad, because the last time I did this decorating session, I came up with 6 layouts, so 12 pages. So I'm like, okay, that's good for me for 12 and like 6 entries, or maybe slightly less, but 6 entries, you know. I try not to do too much so I can, you know, do these kind of layouts often, but no, when time is not on your side, you do what you can, and that is what I can. And usually, like, I actually plan. I literally have to plan to block out like 6 hours of my time on a weekend or on a holiday to like do this. Because when I do this, I do not want interruption. I don't want interruption. This is really I don't want interruptions when I do it. This is my leave me alone to my devices activity. So actually, like, doing this on stream is a little bit different, but I wanted to show you guys that this is not as bad for beginners as people will think. It's definitely a lot of investment. I'm not gonna lie, like some of these things can be quite pricey also, especially if you're getting like Japanese brands or like local artist brands, like those kind of things. But I would say like, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. Like you can't, in the end, you can't really run away from that. Okay, let's see what else I have. Yeah, these. I can use these now. So I have these ones. I think that's meant to be theirs. I think I'll use this. This is quite a predicament. This is weird looking. Also weird looking. This one is fine. A little bit. Not really either. I think something else has to go. This one is okay. This location. Let me redo that. This is the only place that I can think of that's not bad. Like over here. Yeah, that will do. Now for the centerpiece, I have a few options. Sounds too white. I'm flipping through my other sticker book, see what I have. Where's the other one? Where's I have this, which is really old, so it looks like the oldest stickers that I had. Oh, I forgot I had that. Ah, this is, oh god, it's been so long, this thing. So this liquid brew is actually, there's a place that I go to sometimes journal, and they were selling these, I think it's a local brand of drinks. I think it's like teas and coffees and stuff. So I got their Honey Eden one, which I think is tea and honey, or lemon and honey. And so I just took the label because it's so pretty. I mean, we're allowed to take the label, so it's fine. This looks interesting, but I only have one of these. Not here. No choice. Take. Actually, this one looks not bad. This is the beauty of journaling. Like, you work with what you have. Sometimes it's enough, sometimes it isn't. But at least, you know, I'm pretty much happy with this. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This one, I can use a different one. Ooh. This is why I have to be careful with tea tips. I'll put this big ass one here. Just be careful about this. Sure. Here. And sometimes, you know, it doesn't really have to make sense to other people, or even sometimes to you. You know, like, it can just be whatever. However. Couple of other ones. This one. Yeah, I have all these small ones at the back. Oh, I have these as well. Do that later. Ah, there's more here. Nice. I don't want to use those. I want to use something else. Yeah, I wanted these small ones. I usually just like put them in corners like this because they add some interest. This one could go here. I'm looking at a couple more in my thing. I'm not particular about the style, I just want the correct colors. Because that's how, at least for me, that's how I get the it's alright. This one, maybe. There. is that page? I have a page full of small ones, but it's not showing up. Ah, there we are. Like these small ones, I buy another Taiwanese artist. I think her name is Freckles T. Super elegant looking art, and I think she mostly does it in watercolor. But I swear to God, these small ones, this whole page, it took me almost an hour to fill it up. That's how much cutting I had to do for all of these. So, yeah, that's part of things this hobby. Okay, so I'm gonna use this and draw some of my favorite circles. Because this adds, at least for me, the eye catches this color and it helps with unifying the pattern, at least like, and also like having good spatial usage or something like it doesn't feel like it'll end in an awkward space. Like your brain comprehends these small dots as objects that takes up space. So yeah. So for me, that is layout number 2. And that took faster than the previous one, which was about 20 minutes for this one. It didn't have any particular direction for this one, I was just focused on color. But I liked it. Let's see if I can get this. See? There is a blissful, chaotic mess to this. And I really like it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll try something with yellow. I have a couple of yellow tape I've been telling myself to use, because I haven't. So maybe I'll do that at the top. So since we're going for yellow, I want to use this one. So this is another paper pack, and it has a lot of these beautiful patterns, and then there's this bright color here, which is with some blue and green. So I think I only need 2. There's other like yellow colors in here, I think. Oh, there's that one. There's that daisy looking one. So many cute ones. I save these. Because they're so precious. I think one box is about 28 ringgit. Convert that however you will, but it's 28 ringgit. And it's from Japan, this thing. I think I can make use of these. So I got these free when I bought the rest of my paper assortments. They're just blind ones. It's perforated in the middle. It's pretty much blank. So I use these think of it as fillers. Don't be too harsh on yourself if you end up tearing stuff till it's like ruining the pattern or anything. Because this in itself is kind of beauty as well. So I just level it. And that's acceptable to me. Here, I actually have a couple of other things on this side that I just forgot. And another one by Gomitachi. Look at it! It's so cute! It's so cute! Like, not to get distracted. So I plan to use it something like that, or alternatively. We'll see how that goes. Maybe in 3s again. Sometimes if I want in 2s, actually, we'll try it in 2s. Sometimes in 2s is nice as well, because you get to see more of that color. Oh, these papers are thicker than the other ones, which means quality. And then I like it. It's almost not even mismatched, which is, depending on who you are, might be great, might not be great. I think it's okay. I would prefer it to be slightly mismatched only, because the background is there to bring in cohesiveness. Okay, that is a little bit. So I would just tear that. Just tear that a little bit. If you're like me, even strips like this you save. So I think that's okay. yeah, so once I'm happy with that, because I have this, which has a little bit of red in it, and then I have this washi tape, which is a bit gray. So I think it'll work well. This is kind of a golden yellow ochre kind of color. So I'm not going to use too much of this, but I can definitely use more of this one. We'll see. Come to think of it, I never actually used like yellow things. So I do have some orange stickers that I can use on this one. So it'll look like an orange picnic blanket. Yeah. And usually, right, in all those Instagram or TikTok videos, it's also aesthetic. It's also pleasing. It's like perfect collages and stuff like that. Like, no, that's you. If you want, you can have that, but that's not the goal for. That's not the goal. That's not the goal with journaling and with decorating your journal. You journal and you decorate because you want to, and you want to see in a particular pattern. Like, see, even that for me, like, that's great. That is great. So I'm gonna add these. This washi tape is by a local artist. I forgot her name because her name is pretty unique. But look at that. It's cats. It's cute cats. I need to be able to focus. But yeah, it's cute cats. I think you can kind of see it. It's so cute. So how am I going to do this? Centerpiece. I am going to add the stickers now. This is a good time. So I have oranges. I think they would work well because it's kind of like the funky contrast of these pop modern patterns against these classic watercolor colors. The giant orange actually as well. Yeah. See, that's cool. It feels like a picnic basket, doesn't it? And this side, I don't have a lot of these oranges, so I think that's the end of it. So I'll add the flowers in the same set. I'll add it to the end. If I have enough. Now fill up the little part. Yeah. Okay. Orange. Yeah. I'll take this, some more tape. Just put it at the bottom. That's cute. I like that. And I'll probably add a few more things of accents here and there. And this one, I'll just add a small bit somewhere. Or sometimes, right, even though it might ruin the pattern, I just do this. Like, I kind of cut it in half. And like, paste it wherever. There we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. This one maybe I would want to a shirt. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Okay, let's see if I have any more tiny things that I can add to it. Ooh, I love these foxes. They're so small, super tiny. They're so cute. And look at that. It's so tiny. And these are perfect. Well, I'll probably do some. It's so cute. Now I'll do another one, only one, this one, because it's so busy. It's here. There's a single box sitting there. And that's pretty much it. I'll add some color accents. And some squiggles. Some circles. Yeah. I like this. Isn't that cool? It's a mix of designs. I think that's the great thing about doing collages and decorating my journal. Like, I have quite a bit of designs where it's just a mix of stuff. Like, sometimes it's a fail, sometimes it's not, and I feel like this one time that it's not. I really like this. So, yeah, stuff like this happens too. I forget, or like when I flip the page and I miss the middle part, but that means there's something we can do over here. Okay, so maybe we can do kind of an in-between for blue and orange, maybe a green? A dark green, let's see. Maybe this time, since we did the top, this one is the corner. Let's do the sides over here. And we're going to do a quick one. So I have these that I've been wanting to use, but have no memory to remember them. Yeah, so it's this. It's by, again, another Taiwanese brand. They're called Our Studio. They have this PET tape and got the loop, and like these seams are so majestic. I want to highlight them and I want to make it feel special. So I'm going to do the slight unconventional thing and paste these first, which is something people never really do. It'd be nice with a frame. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. There's no particular plan for this. I have these. I don't know if they're big enough. Maybe this is slightly bigger. I'll have to cut out the middle just to see. I mean, even if it doesn't work with this one, I'll still use the cutout one in some other areas. Okay. Alright, I forgot, as a birthday treat to myself, right, I actually bought more equipment for streaming. And it's not as high-end as people might think. It's just, I bought a mechanical keyboard. I bought an actual mic this time, so I don't have to use my laptop mic anymore. But the quality is going to be better and probably have better like noise suppressions and stuff. Yeah. Oh, good. Perfect. I can use these. And I also bought a laptop stand. Okay, so my plan, right, with my setup is eventually I want to get a monitor. Because not only is it good to have two screens for streaming, like the monitor is also gonna have better specs for me to game on. There's that. And then eventually, maybe 1 or 2 years down the line after I get the monitor, I'm going to eventually convert to a PC setup. Because one, the games I'm going to continue to use better specs to run on. And two, I can't be just buying a new laptop every couple of years. So I felt that having a PC setup is better, like one that I can custom. So it's a drag. Oh, it's a drag to learn more stuff on top of just life in general. Okay, let me just quickly trim this. And I need to focus on this. Okay, now excuse me for a bit as I go to the washroom and replenish on water. So BRB. Boink. Yeah, BRB. I'm going to washroom and replenish on H2O. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Okay, so to make sure my hands are dry. I washed my hands. Okay. Cut this one as well. So yeah, as I was saying, I bought a new mechanical keyboard. It'll be my first ever mechanical keyboard actually. I asked some of my friends like what brands they recommended, and one of them recommended Royal Clutch because it's beginner friendly and like the prices are also beginner friendly for me. So I like, other than just reading up on that brand, I watched tons of other videos, you know, like top 5 budget friendly ones, like what each type of switches do and things like that. And it took me, I think, a week to actively read up on all of these. Ah, water. Okay, so now, I'm excited for this. I wonder how this will turn out. Okay, so that's the first one. I just need to show you because like the work done on this illustration is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Like this particular artist, I think he is Mr. Eggplant, known as Mr. Eggplant. So he usually does all his artwork with pastels, like oil pastels and stuff. I think this one is digitally done, but it's done in the same technique as you would use with pastels. So yeah, see that frame fits it perfectly blank, but I just need to fill up the top, which I'm gonna plan to do that anyway. So I have hold on. I have this. So there was one day where I had time and I sat and I cut all these from like loops. So I'm gonna use some of these. I just need to find a good arrangement. Because these are pretty big illustrations, so they may not be the best, but they are what I have right now. So, you know, we work with what we have. So I'm just gonna arrange. I feel like these are just too big. I have something more appropriate for this. So could use these. Oh my gosh, this book is super reflective. Could use these, but they're not really the. Oh, you're back! That was a quick meeting. I hope it went well. How's your journaling going? I think I did like, so I'll show you. So this is what I have. The first one that I did. That's there. I usually do my layouts in pages of twos like this, and I'll kind of decorate it in a way that I can write. So this is that. Then I have a blue one, which is this is what it looks like. This is a chaotic mess, but somehow I like it still, even though it's a chaotic mess. And then I missed a page, which I'm gonna start working on. And then I have this yellow configuration, which reminds me of a picnic blanket or going out on a picnic. I love it. I rarely do these kind of bright yellow-orange colors. So I kind of buy a couple of them that I really like the design. Thank you! This didn't really take that long actually. This took about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah. I mean, like, it's just, you know, however you want to place it. So you get to see how I'll do this one. I've been meaning to use this one in a special way because the illustration is just so beautiful. So I'm gonna put a frame around it. That's the plan. And then somehow have some kind of design coming out from either side that's not too complicated because the illustration is beautiful and complicated as it is. Sadly, I might not have the right thing for it, but I'm just looking through like all the stuff that I have and see like what is a good fit for it. Sometimes you find it's actually also too big, but it's a better match actually. Yeah, I'm just looking through right now to see what I can use. Or maybe I just keep it simple and just use like these leaves. Because I have a couple of them. Yeah, so I have a lot. I have a lot. So feel free to stop me if there's something you want to see closer. I think I'll use the leaves. I have I have a couple of them, so I'll use those. I'll arrange it in a way, some way somehow. So your best friend when journaling. But how to say? Surprisingly, right? I never actually bought tweezers until I was like, what, 2 years into journaling. I don't know, I just never had the need for it until I started using like the smaller stickers, the smaller designs. Yeah. Put a couple up here. Just pull that down. This one will do, I think. Something of the same shade. Okay. Carefully. Okay, nice. There. That actually looks much better than I thought. At least for me. I had another page of it. Hold on. On my back here. Ah, okay. Technically the same two patterns. I'll just change it up a little bit. So usually what I do is I kind of scrape at the sides. It sometimes ruins the sides, but after I paste it down on the paper, it usually doesn't show. That's why I just do that. The thing about these tweezers, right? You can really get into the corners here and slightly remove the sticker. That one there. I might need to cut that out. Eesh. It's gonna look pretty, but it doesn't matter. I'm covered. Just need something small to fill up that side. Maybe the same small one. It's just gonna overlap a tiny bit, which doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, that's something. I like that. Right. Now, on the frame. I like that. Because I just wanted something to fill up the top and bottom space. So, I'll add more flourishing to this, but I want to get this down. There. I actually quite like that. Yay! It's a very curious process. At first, it doesn't seem like much, but then it just comes together somehow. So I have another of these painting like scenes here that I can use, and position it so, and then we'll repeat on the other side. Have a few more of those leaves. I want it particularly big. Okay. I have these leaves. Good enough. I'm happy with that. Forest at day and night. Oh, true. I actually didn't notice because I'm just so occupied with with how pretty it is. It's actually by a Taiwanese artist. I think his name is Mr. Eggplant. I don't know if it's a brand name you're familiar with, but they're pretty popular in Taiwan and with like the Chinese community, because they have a particularly big brand and they work a lot with our studio. I forgot if our studio is part of their initiative or anything like that, because a lot of the art in our studio's products are actually from Mr. Eggplant, which are really, really nice. And every year, Mr. Eggplant releases a dated planner in his design under that studio. Okay, so that's another frame. So neat. This glue is a lifesaver, and I got it at Daiso. I think it came in a pack of 5. So I think I have like 1 or 2 more tubes left. So I only use it for like these small area kinds. But you could use a glue tape. I'm not sure if you know what a glue tape is. I didn't know what a glue tape is until I got into the hobby. But it is every journaling, scrapbooking enthusiast #1 tool. So it basically looks like it looks like a correction tape, you know, but instead of whiteouts, it's actually glue or adhesive, which is glue at the bottom. So this is great if you want to add Polaroids, thick paper, any kind of maybe non-paper stuff that regular glue can't stick. You want to stick that in your journal? Use these. And of course, they are refillable. Yeah. There's plenty of these, like the cheap ones as well. But the one I use is by Kokuyo, Japanese brand as well. But they're relatively cheap, especially the junior size. And you can, at least in Malaysia, you can get the refills. It's easy to get the refills for these. So I use that when I have thicker paper or just bigger paper in general, because the thing with water glue, right, or liquid glue, it actually seeps into your paper. What I find with fountain pen paper, particularly this notebook, it's only in this notebook this has happened. Like the areas underneath, like the back, where I have glued the paper previously in the other page, it affects the texture and the absorption of the paper somehow. So like sometimes, depending on the ink, I cannot write on this part of the paper, or the color of the fountain pen ink appears different. So that's why I try to use regular glue stick. That one doesn't affect it. These doesn't affect it. So yeah. So the thing with fountain pen paper, right? Like the notebooks, it's only with this particular notebook I had that problem. Like in the hours. Where is it? Yeah, like in this notebook, I had no issues whatsoever. If there's any issue to be brought up, it's that it's cream. But that's really it. And the cream, it doesn't seem like it on camera, but it's actually a genuine cream color, pretty deep. But otherwise, good with all the fountain pen inks that I use with. The spine is super sturdy. It's the paper type. Yeah, it is. This is still fountain pen friendly, but it's just how they engineer is just probably different. This one I never had a problem. I don't think you will have a problem with Tomoe River paper or like the new Sanzen paper. Then there's another notebook I use which I don't particularly like, but it's very popular with stare. Yeah, there's another notebook people like to use with journaling, and it's Leuchtturm. But I cannot justify the price for such a notebook. So this is my Leuchtturm previously. It's super thick because of all the stuff that I pasted into it. Sad thing, this is great for like ballpoints, gel pens, any other pen than fountain pen. Any other pen than fountain pen. So yeah. That's a little sad type. But otherwise, the construction of the book is great. Like look at how much stuff I paste into this thing. It's from front to back. And the bind still holds up. It's a great book for like working people, office people. Paper is really great, but it's not the best for fountain because you're not gonna get things like shading a lot with this one. Some inks are probably not going to show up as bright or as vibrant on Leuchtturm paper. This one does it. But you know, you have the added cream color underneath it, which kind of hinders some of the color variation sometimes. But quite good with shading inks, I find. Shading inks a little bit. But if you're the kind that likes really high sheen, high shading, invest in really good paper. Yeah, you'll have no other choice but to invest in really good paper. And the best of the best in the market is Tomoe River, Japanese of course. And but a couple of years back, they announced Tomoe River, like the company that made Tomoe River, announced that they are no longer producing the paper. Because of the I forgot, it's increase of price of the raw materials or the lack of raw materials. One of these two, but something with the raw materials, and so they are not producing anymore. And this was actually a huge shock for the fountain pen community, because there was no better paper than Tomoe River. Probably the price. I don't think so too. It was a huge uproar in the community, you know, and people were panic buying. They were actually buying stacks and stacks of paper to just keep at home and use it, and it's like gold to them, you know. It is, and to be fair, I've seen the paper. I've seen how it works. It is the best paper in the industry for every fountain pen thing that you want. It gives you everything. If there's one drawback about it, is that it is a really thin paper. Imagine, okay, standard A4 paper are usually 80 grams per square meter, 80 GSM. Rhodia's paper is typically 80. Tomoe River is, I think their standard one is like 62 GSM. And then they have a thinner one which is like 58. So the paper quality is superb, no complaints there. But the only drawback, because of how lightweight it is, it actually has pretty high ghosting properties. So meaning that, like you see here, that you can see like some of the words that come through to the pages. Like, so if I write on this side of the page, you'll see a little bit of the words appear on the other side of the page. So that's ghosting. So that is a big thing with Tomoe River, and that happens with Tomoe River. But people seem to like it. People still like the paper as is. It's just such a high quality paper. But when the company that produced Tomoe River announced that they're not going to produce it anymore, that they're going to discontinue, their words would discontinue the paper. There's one particular community, other than the fountain community, that was also very worried, which was the Hobonichi community. So Hobonichi is a Japanese, I would say stationery brand, lifestyle brand. So their hallmark product is their notebooks. You know, they have planners, they have regular ones, and the paper they used to produce their notebooks were Tomoe River. You know, but people loved Hobonichi for the paper, for one thing, because I think there were very few brands that have Tomoe River as their paper in their notebooks. That was one. And then two, they had so many different covers for the book. if you go online and type Hobonichi, you'll see like collaboration with different artists, some anime exclusive collections. I think this year they're gonna have the One Piece collection come back. A couple of years ago it was Ranma Half, they had Doraemon, they had Astro Boy. They always had the game Mother. I think there's a game called Mother. They always had that. And these are like, and you know how rare it is. Oh, they had Inuyasha at one point as well, and some of these designs are Japan exclusive only. You know, like you cannot get it in their other global retailers. So I think starting last year when they released their 2024 planners, they each of their planners and notebooks actually had a small piece. I think like 3 or 4 pieces of A6 papers of the new papers that they're going to use moving forward. I think starting from this year, I think the 2025 collections, and it's called the Sanzen paper. So it's another company that bought over the copyright and the formula for Tomoe River, and they changed it up and it became the Sanzen paper. And since that happened, so many people were comparing between Sanzen and old Tomoe River. And to be honest, right, they're actually not bad. Sanzen paper actually is not bad, and they're slightly thicker than the old Tomoe River, but I feel like the quality is pretty much the same. And part of it is also because they use the same pattern, they use the same formula or similar formula to Tomoe River, so there shouldn't be too much difference, but enough for them to call it like it's their own paper, because not only did they own the pattern for Tomoe River, but somehow they are able to bypass the price issue, the raw material issue, and call it something else. It's actually a pretty good paper, and I think the Sanzen paper, you can get it in A4 loose. Usually it's in A4 loose pack, like a pack of 60 sheets or something like that. Usually that's the amount. But since then, after they released the sample papers in their 2024 notebook, people were more confident about 2025. They were more confident about the paper. So as far as I know, there's no big hoo-ha, big fanfare about the paper, which is great, which means that the brand really cares about what they put into their notebook. And it's expensive. It is premium. Do not get it unless you have the money for it. It is a premium type of notebook, and there are some designs where people fight over it. Like you have to pay lottery to get these designs sometimes. Gosh. Okay. That's nothing happening. That's me and stationery, man. Like, okay. Like that. Me and stationery. I worked in a stationery store for like 3 years before I started my office job. So I get very passionate with stationery now. Okay, I just want to show you this. I don't know if you've seen this before. Like these are clear stamps. So they are like, I don't know what to call them. Acrylic, plastic, gel thingies. Like you see, it's squishy. Like these things, they come like this with the design stamp on it and everything, and then you get an acrylic block. Yeah, you get an acrylic block, and then you just take one thingy. Let's take a different shape. You take one thingy, put on an acrylic block, and it becomes a rubber stamp, essentially. So, for this one, I am going to use my Sorama maze. Yeah, so you see this whole set? This is all ink pads by a brand called Tsukiniko in Japan. And they're called Sorama maze, so it's all mini ink pads. And they come in a set of 4 colors, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bought 6 sets. Yeah. I bought 6 sets. So I think I'll use this bright green one. phone to bed. Yeah. So they're really easy to use and they're great for like these small ones. And maybe later I show you, like you can use them to color, like put 2 or 3 different colors on a single stamp. Okay, I'm just gonna randomly put it whatever I want. I'm gonna add more stamps later. I had these for years as well, and they have still not run dry. They are great. Yeah, they are great. Just a set. Yeah, that's that. I have another one with small flowers on it. Ah yes, yeah. So this is another clear stamp set, mostly flowers. Okay, so that I can add some color to this. What do I want to add? Blue. I have a couple of others here. What goes well with green? In this case, I mean, since there's some yellow here, maybe I just continue with yellow. If so, I'll use a darker yellow then. Okay. Since that is the color, going for is this almost like a ginkgo? No, not really. What is this? I mean, where I'm from, they're called angkasa. Angkasa, like the flowers from the angkasa. Oh, magnolias. Oh my god, these are magnolias. But yeah, some yellow. Maybe not the best color, but what I have right now. And it adds some contrast to the face. I think that's that. And then time to add my customary dots. Yeah, customary dots. Oh my god. So maybe I'll. It doesn't seem to be the right color. So between this and this. And this. I want some contrast, but like contrast does not work here right now. So this is out. Oh well, green it is. Yeah, I like to add these kind of custom dots. So just do circle, dot, 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 circle, dot, dot, dot. I'll do a close up in a little bit and let you see like the full effect of it. If my camera is doing well. I wonder if the camera is it blurry for you, because I'm using my phone camera to connect, to act as the camera. So at least where I'm looking on my on like my setup, it looks fine from afar, but close-ups, it's alright. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe far in the future, I'll invest in a proper camera so the focus looks alright. So that's this set. That's this layout. I think this is great. It's very whimsical. Then there's this layout. So while they're not exactly the same, they are of the same theme, you know. So I like this kind of cohesiveness with my journals. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe we'll do another 2 layouts, and then I think I'm done. Okay. Maybe I'll try something. Ooh, I forgot. I have this tape. By a local artist called Creepy Llama. I know, very nice name. Like, look at that. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. It's so cute. Maybe I want to use this, but maybe in the the next one. Because I've done from the top, I've done on the sides, I've done the inner corner, and I've done another on the side. Maybe the next one I'll do the outer corners here. Damn, that looks so cool, right? I don't know if she's on Shopee. Like, I think she is on Shopee, if I'm not mistaken. Then you can look up Creepy Llama together, like the words together. Like, it's so cool. I have a few of the tapes. This is one of her latest design. It's so cool. Yeah. I want to do corners. So let's try purple. Do I have any purple tape? Oh wait. So this is okay. Maybe I'll show you like a lazy one that I do sometimes. Yeah. So you see, I have these brilliant pink reds over here. So I'm gonna use some of those, and these are great for like the corners. So first off, I'm gonna put in a base. What kind of base? Let me think. Maybe I'll use these again. So this is one of my paper packs, full of cute designs. I think it's supposed to be like an origami paper pack because they're in perfect squares. But look at it, like all the designs are so cute. Wait, this one's nice. One should be enough. Then I'm gonna do the corners. And then I have these. Oh lordy. I have these, like, what's it called, Epipherma paper, which kind of has a good color. Yeah, looks nice. I'll get through that. So that's part of the symmetry. So that's enough paper products. Okay. So now the fun part begins. So usually for like these kind of corners, I'm not very particular about symmetry, because what I like is these kind of jagged edges, slightly uneven, like that. So it really has that homemade, handmade feel to it. I'll do that first. That's there. And this is a really simple layout. And sometimes simple is really, really good. It just highlights how pretty each of the elements are. Like this pink and purple color. Like, I don't know how they dyed that. How did they dye that? It's such a pretty combination. I've learned over the years as well, like pink and purples, mostly purples, are really hard to mix and really hard to get consistent. Especially like with dyes and stuff, because purple is not exactly a pigment that is easy to control. I don't know like what the raw materials or what the naturally occurring purple color is. I'm sure there is, because there's purple flowers, right? But yeah. So I'm not too sure. I know for paints, like Viridian, Cobalt Blue, like those are expensive colors, like really expensive colors actually. There are some more, but I think they're still part of like the grade A, not grade A, the group A type of paints, because they're still part of the common colors that are used by painters, regardless whether it's watercolor, oil colors, or gouache. Another friend of mine knows much more about all these pigments because she worked longer at the stationery store. So actually, she's the one that kind of taught me all about the paint and stuff like that. Okay, so that's another simple layout. Yeah. I wonder, Hiking, like, do you, like, when you're writing, right, what do you use your fountain pen for, actually? Is it for journaling? Is it for work? Like, what do you look for in a fountain pen, typically? I'm a little curious, because at least for me, like, it's all about a hobby, not so much about, okay, maybe a little bit about functionality, I guess. Yeah, I'm curious. Do you use your fountain pen for work? Is it just for like your diary or at home use? Like, what do you use it for? I wonder. Okay, let me get back. Let me look for this site first. This is actually a nice cascade. Because at least for me, like, I've actually never really considered fountain pen until my friend poisoned me into using one. And since then, I was invested. Hold on, let me get a shot of this. Looks better here. Yeah. I'll use this one instead. I'll just... Okay. So, what else do we add? I rarely write, so those are work-related things. I mean, that's fine. How to say? At least for me, right? I'm a big advocate for. I bought Preppy because just curious how it was. Like, how do you feel? Like, what do you think about fountain pens after trying the Preppy? Because actually, when I tried the Preppy, right, like, I was a little bit impressed, but not too impressed. But over time, I find myself reaching out for fountain pens more than gel pens. Like, at least for work, I use more gel pens because the notebook I have is not fountain pen friendly, and I wanted to finish off my gel pen, so I'm using it for work. But I still prefer fountain pens. I've to the point where right now I recently started sketching with fountain pens. Okay, let's see if I can add more to this. I think I can add something. Hold on. It feels really good. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, I remember the first time I used it. I was super impressed, and I think it's the same for anyone who starts using the Preppy. When they actually feel how it is to write with a fountain pen, it's just really good. It's just so smooth. And then over time, that kind of spilled on into my journaling. Like, I decided after that okay, I'm gonna use fountain pen for journaling, and that's how it expanded to all of this. I swear, okay. I wanted to write more, but didn't really know what to write. I guess, at least when I started out, right? I started out with an intention. I'm going to use it for journaling. And for me, journaling, it was an important mental and emotional outlet. So because of that, I was actively using it. Some people just use it for work. Like, I have friends who use it for work as well. And I have friends where they're like, okay, I have like the one Preppy, and that is enough, you know? And like, the good thing about Preppy, right? Like, it's simple enough, it's not complicated, and the ink, especially when using like the ink from the cartridge, like, you can use it on almost any kind of paper, really. Me at least, like, when I get into a hobby and something as artistic as this, I really get into it because I have specific preferences which I slowly discovered over the years. So for me with fountain pens, right, it started off with wanting to use more colors. So maybe I can show you some of it. Ignore. Okay. Ignore all these rolls. Those are PT tapes. Just these bottles. So these are all sample bottles of fountain pen inks that I got over the years. And which clearly, some of them I haven't even used. Some of them not even finished. But of course, I bought many more. And then I have another two over there. So I have those, and I have a couple of like 3 or 4 bottles of other inks. But these are the ones with the more varying colors. So I have mostly greens and blues. I have some red, some purple, one yellow, orange, I guess. This one is very popular. I think internationally. It is Apache Sunset by Noodlers. They go by a different name right now, but I don't remember. But it is one of the more popular orange colors because this shades so beautifully, like it's watercolor. And I wanted one color like this. But I will tell you right now, it's not the best pairing with Preppy. I have it in a Preppy, but it's not the best pairing because rather than it being a wet ink, it's more of a bound ink. So it's not too it's not too wet, it's not too dry. But when I write with the Preppy, it becomes scratchy, which is very weird because I never thought Preppy to be scratchy. But it's the ink, it's just the ink. So I want to get another orange from a different brand called Diamine. I think they are a UK based brand, but they are super affordable. So affordable that I got a whole 80 ml bottle of another ink. So this is the brand Diamine, and I got it's dark green, this one, evergreen, and it is bottle's super classic, super beautiful. I love it so much. It's 80 mil. This thing is 80 mil. I bought it I think 1-2 years ago, and I don't know where is the level, but it's definitely not even halfway finished. And I use it exclusively with this pen for now. For now. And I use this pen a lot actually because of how much ink I have. But yeah, Diamine is a good brand to look into if you're looking for a variety of colors but a very versatile ink. I mean, you can get their regular black if you like, and it's really so affordable compared to other fountain pen inks. For the quality that it is, really good value. If you want something more classic, also pretty affordable. The box is pretty like dented right now, but there's another brand, European brand called Urban. Yeah, inks also is one of the best. All their standard inks are good. They have a lot of colors as well. And I think one bottle like this is 30 mils. It's not as much as the Diamine one, but you're not going to finish this very quickly. I can tell you that. This was the first bottle of ink I bought, which was 2 to 3 years ago, and again, I'm not even halfway done this one. And it's a pretty brown color, this one. I think I can show you do I have it? Oh no. So I have it ink in my pilot. And it's just a test paper. Since it's not but it's a beautiful color. Beautiful brown, like a dark coffee color. I don't know if it shows. Yeah, pretty much like that. It's a beautiful coffee color. Like my camera does not do it justice. Like, but yeah, Urban is also a nice brand to get. Their 30 mls are pretty affordable, and the quality is good. There hasn't been anyone that I know who used Urban inks and complained about that, because their QC is just top notch. Okay. Now I'm trying to move forward with. Let me just put this away. Okay. try and move forward. I just want to add something to it because it looks a little bit plain. I want to add something to this. Tiny flowers. Tiny flowers are usually the answer, but I feel like it's not really the answer this time. But we'll try. We'll try. Where are my tweezers? This is another thing about journaling or decorating your journal, is everything is on your desk and you cannot see the item that you want to use. Oh, there we are. So I feel like I want to like just frame this little bit, and I'll add like the character in the middle. Problem is, I need to find that character. I feel like I have a lot. Like, where did it go? Where did it all go? I feel like I have a lot of those things. Hold on. Maybe I can. Ooh! How about a fox? Wow. Like, isn't this so cute? It is so cute. It's so cute. I love it. I might buy this pack again. So I can do that. Do that. Just slightly angled. It's so cute. And it complements with the purple very, very well. Okay, maybe I'll add that. And I'll use... What? You did not hear that. It looks good with the forest and mountain theme. Is it a forest and mountain theme? I don't know. Okay, ignore the crash that you hear. Ugh. Ignore the crash. Because that's just what's happened with... Oh my god, hold on. Let me pick this up. Ignore the crash. Oh gosh. So many things dropped down. Because I don't have the table space for this. So, all my sticker books and stuff is behind me, where my bed is, and they're all stacked onto one another. So, it all came crashing down. That's my life right now. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, so... Okay, crisis solved. Not averted, but solved. Okay, I'm going to reuse some of these. Unfortunately, there's none that is small. Or maybe there's a different kind of flower that I can use. It doesn't work that way. We'll use back some of the same designs and see if I can cut it masterfully into smaller pieces like this one. I can probably cut that one. So stickers. So sometimes, right, people try to peel it this way and people will never catch the sticker. I find that if you peel it inwards towards the sticker, it comes off really easily. Maybe I'm just the only one that just discovered this, but it has made my life supremely easier, especially when I have to deal with all the PET tape cuttings that I made. Oh my god. Oh no! Oh man, it's tearing. Oh man, it's tearing. Oh shit. Oh well. Oh well. What kind of damage control I want to put there? The adhesive on these is really, really strong. A little bit tear here, but not to worry. If anything, I might just put a small sticker over here. It's, you know, things like this happen, but it's fine. All part of the hobby. Okay, so there's this one piece that I want to cut, and I have to be very careful because usually these pieces are pretty thin because that's how it's manufactured. Scissors. So what I plan to do is to cut here and cut through the leaves there, so that I have two pieces for like the bottom parts here. So it's not gonna be perfect, but first of all, no one's gonna see your diary except for you. And second of all, if they complain so much, they should be doing the decorating instead. So yeah. So it doesn't matter who's complaining. Just decorate things however you see fit. So in this case, I want to put it under this piece of paper. And it doesn't matter if I tear it up, because I just want it to go under the paper. Okay. Not the best looking, but it don't matter. It don't matter. This one I think should be okay to go over. No. I need to go under as well. A little bit off. Hey, here we are. I think that's okay. I thought I could fix that, but it's not going to be fixed. So, I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, I just have to de-glue that. And then we're good to go. Maybe I'll use the top line. It ain't perfect, but I like it overall. It's so cute. It feels like a fox in the spring. Fox in spring. Yeah. So now the obligatory dots. Maybe I'll do it a little bit differently this time. I have these. So this is really just a block of dots. And I'll show you how I use it with the Sora Mamu, because it's helpful. It's really helpful for me. So I have this bright pink one. So what I do is I just put one dot there, another dot there, and then I have a red one, which I'll apply in a random area. And sometimes what I do is I cover it, and then look at that. See? I'll cover one side where I don't want the dots to be, and then I just stamp on the paper with where the ink is. Yeah! Nice. Okay, let me repeat that. And you know, like, I've seen people's layouts online, and I will tell you firsthand that my layouts that I do are not the traditional kind. They're not the usual kind that you find like on TikTok or on Instagram, because I think mainly like their purpose for journaling and decorating is for the collage effect, whereas for me, despite it being like cool and everything, you know, like it's pretty and all, in the end I want to decorate so that I can write. So my main priority is still to write in my journal. Okay. I think that's good enough. Maybe I'll do one more. So that's why I kind of leave the center part open. I do like corners, sides, tops, bottoms, insides. So my main purpose is actually just to write. And then, like, for example, for this layout, right, I will use this pen. Oh, hold on. Something happened. What happened? Oh my god. Would you believe it? When I say my phone ran out of battery. I didn't... out of battery? Yeah, it ran out of battery. So, just give me a sec. It's not gonna take a long time. Yeah. So I was saying, I knew it. Well, I didn't think the application would take a lot of battery, to be honest. But then again, I'm going for 2.5 hours. So let me give it a little 5 minutes for it to just jumpstart the phone, and then I can turn my phone on and you know, do the rest. So oh jeez, my cough is just not getting better. But it's not like I have phlegm or anything. It's just that it's just dry. So I'm still taking medication and stuff for the cough. Not so much the cough than it is for the phlegm. So hopefully as the phlegm goes down, like I don't cough as much. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll take this time to go grab some water. So if you need to like go to the restroom, if you can go. I'll just go and grab some water for myself. Yoink. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if I can continue because okay, my phone is now at 1%. I can turn it on at least. Oh. Well, this is my first ever hand cam stream, so I now know better. Keep my phone plugged in. Is the phone hot? Is the phone hot? No, actually, surprisingly. I think because I didn't have it plugged in to my charger while it was on, so it was actually doing fine. Now actually with the thing on, it might actually get hot. We'll see. It's gonna take a while to start up. But yeah, I think maybe that will be all for today. This is such a party pooper. I don't want to end it this way. I don't know, if you want to wait for another like 5-10 minutes just for me to get the camera going. I wonder if you can hear the sound alerts that's coming through on my OBS. I can't wait to get a new monitor. I forgot if I mentioned this when you were here, but because next week's gonna be my birthday, so I bought a couple of things for myself. One of it being maybe I'll turn it off for now. Maybe I'll turn it off for now. Because I don't know, like when I'm playing the game, I don't think you hear it because it comes through my headphones, not through the mic. But because now I'm not using my headphones, it's okay. I hope it's okay. Hold on, I can turn it off. Ito. Mechanics. Okay, that'll be off for today. I'll have to turn that on afterwards. My phone is a really old phone too. It's a Samsung Galaxy A51. I think right now the version is 70 something, 70. So next week's your birthday. Yeah, next week's my birthday, but I'll still be working on my birthday itself. And then I have oh no, not next week. Shit, it's this week. So on Saturday, Sunday, I bought a couple of things for myself. One of it being an actual mic, so I don't have to use the mic that's on my laptop. But I'm actually like pretty surprised the mic on my laptop is not too bad, to be honest. But I can tell from my VODs that because I think where the mic is like right next to my mouse, so you can hear the clicking like super loud whenever I'm clicking on my mouse. So is the mic you're using right now from your laptop? Yeah, I know, right? I was pretty surprised. I was pretty surprised by the quality also from watching my VODs. I don't think people actually expect that. So, but I'm gonna get an actual mic. The quality is definitely gonna be better, even if it's slightly. But most importantly, it's going to cancel out a lot more of the background sounds, and especially like the fan from my laptop. Oh my lord. Like my laptop's fan is at 100%, it goes super loud, really loud, and I usually have the fan at max because when I play like Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact, it eats up a lot of the GPU and the memory. At least that's what I see from like my settings and stuff. So my laptop actually goes really hot. So whenever I play those games, I actually like turn on the aircon like pretty like how much do I turn my aircon on for? Like I put it at 24 degrees and I have the fan on, so it feels cooler. Okay, hold on, my phone just came back alive. Yeah, so it feels cooler. Like even right now, my fan is actually going at like probably like 40% or something. Okay, let's see if I can start up the app, and then I'll finish another one more spread, and I'm done for the day. This is like 4:30 right now. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours with 10-minute crisis. Okay, hold on. This is the app. Wait. Connect back to this thingy. Okay, can you hear me now? What is this? Hang on. Oh god, my landlord just called me. I can call her back later. Yep, I can hear you now. Okay, great. So we're gonna quickly, okay, this I consider it done. So that's it. It's so cute, isn't it? And sometimes when you're writing depressing stuff in your diary to get rid of it, you need to look at cute stuff as you do it, you know? Yeah. So maybe the last layout. So this is kind of pink, this is kind of yellow, it's kind of green, it's kind of blue, it's kind of earth tone. Okay, maybe I'll do something with some of the brush pens that I have. Because I have quite a number of them actually. I have this orange one. And ooh, I have this purple one too. Maybe I'll do another purple. That seems like a good color combo. Okay, so something with this. So usually when because this is kind of a simple thing, because believe it or not, even doing these layouts can get very tiring. So this is a simple one that I'll do. I just need to figure out a base color. So I'll remove this. We'll do this then. Okay, so I'll do on the inner side this time. So what I love to do is just simple waves. And I'm not an expert or anything, but just using the brush pen to your advantage and how flexible it is. So I just do things like this. And they're not perfect, but they don't have to be perfect. They see something simple like that is enough. And mind you, I don't have the most stable hands for this. I am shaky as hell. But that's the beauty of this. I find that like the more I do these kind of things, like the less I care about it looking perfect, and more that I'm happy with however it is. Oh my word. Yeah, so the pen I'm using is, I forgot the brand, by Zebra, and it's called the Mile Liner. Super popular among students, but very popular with calligraphers as well because of the brush. It's pretty big and the colors are pretty muted, so that's why they're called Mile Liners. Yeah, but this one's a pretty striking color, so I'm gonna overlap this with a lighter color and with a smaller tip. Yeah. Woo! I saved my phone. You have no idea, I just saved my phone. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. I really need to figure it out. I really need to figure things out, like a better... Oh my goodness. I really need to figure it out. Like a better setup for this. Or I need to get... Yeah. Oh. See, even God shined upon the luck on the camera that I have just now. Oh my goodness. More things to write about in my diary. I write about a lot of things in my diary. There are some days, right, where even normal people who don't have depression or anxiety have this. Like, there'll be just some days they wake up and somehow their brain, their body decides, no, it's not a good day. Today's gonna be trashy and you're gonna feel like shit. And I have a number, like, because of physical conditions as well, like, I will inevitably have days like that. Like, and I can plan for those days, luckily. Some people cannot plan for those days. And... okay. We'll use tiny flowers for this one as I continue to talk. So basically, like, I'll just talk about, because it'll be just random demons or random issues that you're dealing with in real life, and they just come up. Like, your brain decides one day that, okay, that's the day that I decide to be sad about, you know, and sometimes you can't do anything about it, and you just make the best of it, you know, like how I just almost tore out this flower. But I want to remove it because I want to add a washi tape to it underneath, but this is not easy work. Okay, that's enough. Put that there. Take a sliver of this. Does it make sense? No. But do I like it? Yes, I do. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a collage of this. I don't have a lot of washi tape, so I'm just gonna repeat the rule here that I have. I've never done this before. This just came to my brain. And it's interesting, isn't it? Like what you can do with a couple of pens, a couple of stickers. Only thing I've decided, right? Any hobby you have as an adult is automatically going to be more expensive because you're able to buy all the countless pretty things that you don't need for the hobby, but you just want and you can because you have adult money. And that is me with this, and probably a lot of gamers as well. You agree? Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's the same with fountain pen as well. As long as you're interested in it and as long as you have the money for it, it's automatically going to be an expensive hobby because you're going to invest in the stuff for it. Like for example, mechanical keyboards. I find, like, for me, keyboard is more of a logical utility thing. It's a thing that I use, so I don't need a lot of it. You know, I don't need a collection of it. But there are people who have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those, and they have like different switches, different keycaps, different models, different price ranges of them, and I'm like, you know, like, how many keyboards do you need, really? You know, but as someone who has this and this and this, I cannot complain because, like, they like what they like, and it just so happens to be keyboards, you know. And to a certain extent, how many? Yes, exactly. Yes. If I could, I would have all the PET tapes ever, but I can't because one roll of PET tape ranges between 50 to 100 ringgit, you know, and the ones that I like are not necessarily 50 ringgit, so so yeah, I think that is enough for now. I want to add something else. Let me see what else I have in this big book of things. I feel like that's enough because that's a lot of pattern. Yeah, immediately everything like every hobby from by an adult is immediately more expensive. Like for me, if it weren't for the fact that I strongly believe I only need one keyboard, I would have, in the long term, I would have multiple keyboards as well. Because recently, like for my, I think yesterday or the day before, because there was a sale on Shopee, which is kind of like I don't know what's an equivalent. It's kind of like Amazon. It's kind of like Amazon, but mostly it's in Southeast Asia. I know they have it in Brazil, but I digress. So on Shopee, they usually have these monthly sales. I quote sales, but it's basically just a bunch of vouchers that you can use. And sometimes during these sales, like, all the sellers will give an additional discount on all this stuff. So I got myself a mechanical keyboard because one, I'm losing reaction time. I'm losing reaction time when I'm playing Genshin and Mua. So I bought a mechanical keyboard, and then I bought a mic, or for streaming, and then I also bought a laptop stand because the combination of keyboard and mic will require me to have my laptop on a stand so that there's enough space for everything, and that I can and that everything's in an organized manner, So with that in mind, I also considered, trying to get a monitor, but of course that is a very high value item, which I don't have the money for right now. So I'm gonna wait for year end. Year end, you typically have a lot of. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'm gonna go to the starting screen, and I have to take a call, so I'll be right back. Okay, hello. Today is just so scuffed. So many things are happening. Yeah, I had to take that call because that was my landlord. I don't know if thank you, Haikin, for like sitting through all my scuff. Like, it's really scuffed today. But at least it's not terribly scuffed, I guess. So yeah, that was my landlord. So she basically called because I don't know if I talked about this when you were here, but there's some problems with some of the tiles in my apartment, so they kind of pop off from the base floor. I'm not sure like why that happened, but it's dangerous because like if I step on these kind of tiles, the pressure will crack the tiles and it can cause injury. So it's not going to come back down like normal, it's just going to crack and into many pieces. So I informed my landlord before stream, and she said okay, she'll call the contractor and all of that. So that was her updating me on when the contractor can come, because then I have to fix it with my apartment management and things like that. So yeah, and that's going to get done on Friday. That's the plan. Oh, so much scuff today, both in real life and on stream. Yeah. I think I deserve. Well, if I was drinking, I would crack open a cider after stream. But I usually don't drink. I don't like drinking. I decided I don't like drinking. When was the last time I drank? I think it was a couple weeks ago. I had like 1 can of cider in my fridge, left over from Christmas. So you know, last year's Christmas, and like I want to finish it off. So one weekend I was drinking and I had terrible heart palpitations. God knows why. I was dizzy and you know the typical drunk symptoms. Not to say I was drunk, but I'm a terrible lightweight. So, but after, and I only drank half a can of cider, you know? But after that particular episode, I'm like, you know what? Drinking is not for me. I am too late in the game to build any alcohol tolerance. So yeah, I don't drink. If there's a drink that I drink, if there's any beverage I drink like alcohol, it's probably isotonic drink. That's a drink. I don't know. I don't remember if it's an internationally available drink, but it's an isotonic drink called 100 Plus. Drink that like alcohol. Yeah. I mean, because of the carbonation, yeah, but like some of my friends tell me, it's like, man, you drink 100 Plus like you drink alcohol. Which I'm like, yes, this is my choice of alcohol. Because my body don't do well with regular alcohol. So that's that. Yeah. So after this particular layout, I'm gonna end stream because 3 hours of journaling, well, decorating my journal. But yeah, and tons of scuff in it. I swear to God, if people clip all this, if there are people out there who would clip all my stuff, it is, oh gosh, I would have so many clips. Oh gosh. Okay, I think that's that little addition of stuff over there, because it's a lot of pattern, but it's a beautiful chaos, I would say. How do I do? Yeah. Because there's a lot of pattern on the washi tapes. Yeah, so just to look back on what I did today, I have this fox one, super cute. I have this yellow one, also with a couple of foxes in it. Yeah. And this green one, I absolutely love how this turned out. It's so elegant. I love it. This chaotic blue one, which I also love it. It gives for a lot of interesting points. And then there's this one, which is very earth tone, also a little bit chaotic. I really like it. Yeah. I think that's it for today. I now have a lot of pages that I can write my heart out in. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. Like, you really didn't have to, because it's a working day for you, isn't it? So I now have a gigantic mess for me to clean. And I have a few chores I need to do. But overall, today was a very productive day for me. Yeah. Yeah, today is pretty scuffed, man. But I think compared to other people, I don't mind the scuff. I don't mind the scuff as long as I'm not re-watching the VOD. But I learned a lot today along the way about this hand cam stuff, and I'm glad that I can do it. Because I was worried I wouldn't have the hardware for it. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I have to go really soon now. Actually, now I have to go. Yeah, I wonder if this kind of stream is something that you like. I mean, I'll still stream these kind of things, but from time to time. Probably not so often because it's just more of me decorating my journal, to be honest. It depends on how much I can write to finish off these layouts before I need to decorate it. Yeah. Because for one thing, I can't wait to finish this notebook. I want to change my notebook so bad right now, but I want to finish it. So yeah, I'll be heading off right now. I hope the rest of the day goes well. I hope your meeting earlier goes well as well. Yeah. This is the front of my notebook. This is the brand, Takasago. I think they are Korean. They're Korean made. The paper is meant for daily use actually. So if you're considering a fountain pen friendly notebook for daily use, Takasago one is great. But I think it's not that great for a variety of inks. Maybe for standard inks it's great, but for variety of inks it's not the best, but it works still. So yeah, this is me. This is my current journal that I'm using. Yeah, I love cats more than you. Who doesn't? So yeah, I'm heading off right now. Hope you have a good day. And my next stream will be on Thursday. My next stream will be on Thursday. So if you can join, you can join. But otherwise, have a great day ahead. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.